Hello everyone, how's it going? Good evening. Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some Vanishing of Ethan Carter, shall we? This is the Redux version. Victory, good evening, my friend. How you doing? So, I want to say that I have never played this game before, and I'm excited to do it. This was a recommendation. Kuro, good evening, my friend. Hello, how's it going? This was a recommendation by Victory, and others. Kuro might have been involved in that chat. Hey, Rob. Hello, my friend. Good evening. Everything's going great. How are you doing? The chat was saying I should play a horror game, and my feelings were I'm not really much for horror games, beyond maybe Resident Evil, but I do like suspense, mystery, detective kind of games, and so this seemed like it fit the bill. And I've never played it, so it's going to be fresh. Now, given the fact that I've never played it, I would hope that everyone doesn't spoil it if you do know what happens, given the fact that it's a mystery. It's really hard to block that entirely. But if I'm asking for help, then it's well within your rights to give me some advice, but try to keep it as spoiler-free as you can, if possible. Thank you, everybody. Grim, hello, my friend. Good evening. How is it going? Yes, let's give it a whirl. That's great, Rob. All right, so we're going to start a brand new game, everybody. Crab, good evening. So good to see you. Wow, it does not hold our hand.
No, but he knew who I was. When the police won't help you and the priests don't believe you, you call on Paul Prospero. You call on me. If you're a kid like Ethan, you're right. Plenty do. Ethan's letter started out just like any other fan mail. But soon there were mentions of things no little boy should know about. There are places that exist that very few people can see. Ethan could have drawn a map. I hadn't entered Red Creek Valley yet, but already I could feel its darkness reaching out for me. Finding Ethan Carter wasn't going to be as easy as knocking on his door. I was too late for that. To find Ethan, I had to figure out what this place was trying to hide from me.
All right. Well, everyone, here we are. And this is a great-looking game, first person on the train tracks coming out. Actually, let me very quickly. I thought I had inverted the mouse. Yes. Okay. All right, great. Now, I want to say to you guys, first of all, let me ask, how's the volume? Like, can you hear the narrator well enough? I hope so. I can turn it up if it's too quiet, but it seems like it's going to be really important for you guys to know what the narrator is saying. Okay. Huh, what's going on? Okay. Oh, this is inverting the mouse Y, but not the controller. Here we go. This is why it wasn't inverting it. There we go. Okay, fantastic. All right, so you can run with the right trigger. You can crouch with B. You can zoom with left trigger and interact with A. Okay, is the game volume too low? Okay, great. I can turn it up for sure. Let me turn it up for you guys so you can hear it a little bit better. I've got the subtitles on, so it should be a bit easier to at least read the dialogue, but let me turn up the volume because I feel like this is going to be kind of an atmospheric type game. So hopefully you can hear. There isn't really music. There's just a sound of the wind whistling through the trees. And God, this is ominous looking already. So apparently I am entering through this train tunnel and looking for Ethan Carter, and I am Paul Prospero, I believe, is what I understand so far. Here is a train marker. Okay, for the junction, I guess. And that's all I know. And it did say, like, right at the beginning, it just said, this is a narrative game that does not hold your hand. So we're going to be looking around, exploring, and trying to figure things out as we go. All right, so let's do that. Looks like there's a little path over here. We kind of just... Oh no. Okay, this just got... I did not expect anything like this. That's shocking. So basically, I was thinking, oh, you know, it's like a light detective game, no problem, right? This is a trap that just like flew out and tried to kill me. I mean, I could have died. Sense. How do I sense it? Yeah, exactly, Kuro. I was not expecting that. So the stakes have just been raised significantly. I mean, look at this trap. Who would put something like this together? And how could you get that high in the tree? What kind of a mastermind? All right, so sense. Hold A. I'm sensing it. And, oh, look at that. Do you see that? There's like some kind of other reality that my character can see. So he did mention in the narration that Ethan has like visual access to something that other people can't see. Apparently my character can see it too. So there's bones here. Like somebody is dead and has been killed by this trap in the past, maybe? I don't know how to interpret this entirely, but that seems to be the case. Like I can pierce through and I'm either seeing under the ground or I'm seeing into some like other dimension? I don't quite know what to make of that. All right. So we're going to move a little bit slower now. Let's see. I can't really jump or anything. I'm just kind of walking around. All right. So we found a trap. Well, that's what I get for going off the train tracks. Now, the narrator did seem to express that he's been in this valley before, so maybe he has some kind of knowledge of it. But I'm going to be moving real slow after that. Alright, let's kind of look around. I know, Kuro. I mean, I thought about that. That's a great point, which is like, in some alternate universe, I could have not dodged out of the way in time, and those could be my own bones that I'm looking at. Alright. What was that? Oh my. Look at this trap. This is even worse. I don't really know what to make of this. There's bones everywhere, is what I see. I mean, this is diabolical. Yeah, that is like... I can't even imagine coming up with a trap like that. Alright, there's something over there. It feels like that, Kuro. That's a good point, that I'm getting pieces of a puzzle, Kuro says. It definitely... Alright, so I'm going to look at the ground. And it looks like somebody has cut down this tree. Probably for their trap-making industry. I mean, these people love traps. Okay. I hear a evil sound. I don't know if you guys could hear that, like, terrifying noise, but I heard something that I'm not happy about. Okay. Yeah, I think you're right, Kuro. Look, it's like the more I sense, the more I can see. So I'm getting pieces of a puzzle all... Yeah. So, I could be wrong, but the way I'm interpreting it... Yes, right, the down part is the first one, like Kuro is saying. You're really observant, Kuro. Good job. The left portion of this circle is the second trap, and then the interior kind of swirl is the third trap, and they're all contributing to some other image that I'm getting. So this is how I feel like I'm a detective or something, and this is how I put the pieces together. Now, I've just pushed the crouch button so I can move really slowly and try to not get killed. Oh, I don't care about caps. Victory, that's how I felt. That's exactly how I felt when I saw it, Victory. I was like, oh, that's disturbing. All right. So the train tracks should be safe. I mean, you can't, unless there's just no trains coming through, you can't really set traps on. Oh, wait a minute. It looks like the tracks end right here, like they're blocked by a rock slide or something. Okay, so this is another trap. I can see it. Do you see the spikes right there? I'm going to try to sneak up on this. And hopefully get another puzzle piece. I mean, this is like a fly swatter that is going to snap out and impale someone on rusty railroad. Or maybe those are like rebar nails. It looks awful. Yep. I mean, that would just go right up into your chest. Goodness gracious. Let's see. We get a new piece here. Yep, the interior part of the swirl, it's all kind of filling in. We're missing the central piece of this puzzle. Do you see how when I look back, there's just like, in the distance, I don't know if it's just a focus thing, but things are really hazy around here. I wonder, Kuro, that's a good point. I wonder. Yeah, so look, these trees, like, this does not look accidental. In fact, you see how cleanly cut these logs are? These might be from the trees that we just saw that had been cut. By the way, it's going to become very obvious to you guys that I enjoy mysteries, but I'm terrible at solving them. And so what I do is I just spitball like every possible theory as I think out loud through the process of what could happen. But I would make a lousy real detective. Let's see. But we can do digital detective work. Alright, so I'm up here on this ridge now. This is where the first trap that we found. And let's just kind of see, poke around and see if there's anything over here. So it looks like they were really... Yep, there's another one of these traps. They were really intent on keeping out people. Ooh, we got the central piece. Look, it all filled in. Oh. I don't think I wanted that to fill in. Do you see this? This is like... It looks kind of like, you know, Terminator 2 or something like that. Like, it looks like the machines have won and there was some kind of mass slaughter of humanity. But... And I can actually... Yeah, I've let go of the sense button. They're just to kill bears, Kuro? Yeah, that's right. Bears. Now I can just walk around. No, Kuro, I don't think I teleported. I think what has happened is I'm just seeing the world in this other dimension. Like, I've pierced through the veil that was hiding before, and now I can kind of explore this place and see all of its dirty secrets. I don't know, that's just me speculating, but this is a lot of people. I mean, this is hundreds of people, and this valley looks pretty uninhabited. Alright, so that goes off into nothingness. Yeah, so this is kind of like it's very old school and sandboxy. You know, there's no, like, markers on the map. I do, Kuro. I'm trying to mess around and just add some stuff to the stream, just to add a little flair and flavor. Have some fun with it. Oh, look, there's a note. Let's see what this says. Okay. The text. This is called Sap. An old man came to the forest every day to drink sap from the trees. To get there, the old man had to step around many dangerous traps. Okay, there you go. The villagers believed this old man had hidden a jade amulet in the forest, but the old man wanted the villagers to believe this because then they would search the forest for treasure and not drink his sap. One cool fall night, someone set fire to the forest, and the fire spread to the village. The old man escaped the fire by covering himself in sap. When he returned to the village, he found all the villagers' bones. The old man sat down and cried. Then he found more sap to drink. Okay. Oh, cool, Victory. I'm glad you like them. So, this is a story that's like written on notebook paper by a child, and it's written by Ethan Carter, none other than Ethan Carter. Let's rotate this. Oh, there's something on the back, and if you look at it, it's like there's the whole town burning, I guess, and the old man's house. But I know, it does look like that, but it's so curious to wonder, is this story real or is this made up? Like, did he write this to explain what had happened, or is this a record of a historical event, or did him writing this create this reality that my character can see? I don't know.
Ethan, I told you, you can't be here.
Wait, what?
Gramp, I wrote something for you.
That's
Graham.
real nice. Thank you. Just leave it. I'll read it later.
Ed? Who's Ed? What? What is going on? So, Ed is not... It can't be the old man from... Oh, look at this. This was not here before. There's like a fire pit and a beer bottle. Or several bottles of something. And another message? One dead in house fire. Oh. By Jeff Jermu, Bayfield County. Fire damaged a historic home in Red Creek Valley. That's where I'm at. Wednesday morning, according to officials from the Bayfield County Fire Department. A family of 6 was asleep when the blaze broke out at the remote house once owned by Albert Vandegrift at 46 Old Ogden Road in Red Creek Valley. Gail Carter, 58, was pronounced dead at the scene. Ooh, Ethan. Carter. Remaining family members were able to escape. Carter's husband, Edwin, we just saw the note from Ed, told investigators he may have fallen asleep with a lit cigarette in his hand. Firefighters were dispatched to the scene at 1:22 a.m. and remained at the scene until around 5 a.m. Wednesday. They returned to the property 4 hours later to extinguish hotspots which had rekindled. And this is the second page. After heated public hearing, no answers for Vandegrift heirs by Tom Otten, Bayfield County. Members of the Vandegrift family again gathered in the Bayfield County Courthouse today to debate the fate of the Vandegrift fortune, which has remained in escrow since 1961, when family patriarch Albert Vandegrift, 71, died in a mine accident, the after effects of which nearly destroyed Vandegrift Industrial and severely damaged the local economy. James Vandegrift, 38, of Chicago, argued that his father's demands were unreasonable and that many Vandegrift family members have, quote, personal reasons for wanting to avoid living in Red Creek Valley on the Vandegrift estate as stipulated in the elder Vandegrift's will. The recent fire in which the Vandegrift home was damaged, he said, only underlined his family's concerns. Interesting. Yeah, the bones are gone, Kuro. Let's take this. Or no, we have to put it back. Okay, so let's put the pieces together. We're coming here to find Ethan Carter, who is a little child, perhaps from this family, or he's not a Vandegrift necessarily, but he's a Carter. A Carter was killed in a house fire. There's a wealthy family that owns some kind of industrial operation in Red Creek Valley that was rich, but when the patriarch died, the will stipulated that in order to receive the family fortune, you had to live here in the valley. And they didn't want to do that. So that's kind of where we're at. Hey, Nick. How is it going, my friend? Good evening. All right, so... Man, there's a lot to uncover, but I'm curious. The story has me very, very curious. This looks like it's probably a ridge that I can't... Yeah, this is the edge of the map over here. I want to go drink that sap, is what I want to do. And become immortal through sap. Alright, I can't go over there. Alright, I'm just kind of poking around. But the story did mention the traps and an old man who could have been Edwin, but we don't know. It's a beautiful game. I mean, this forest would be so serene and picturesque if it weren't for the horrifying instruments of destruction that we've seen. Alright, I'm moving like super cautiously because of the traps. If this was me in real life, I would be moving so slowly after seeing some of those spikes. Okay, and this is the edge up here. Let me just go down, follow this, and... Oh, there's a bridge, and it doesn't look like going this way is much of an option. Wow, look at that sky. And the trees, and then the river down below. I'm getting, like, real, I mean, obviously, video game-wise, with this kind of spookiness, there's an Alan Wake kind of vibe. I know, Kuro, that's me too, my friend. I'd be like, I'm out. I've seen enough. Peace. I'm going back through the train tunnel. But it's not in the Pacific Northwest. Like, this is more in the Midwest. You know, it looks more like Appalachia or, you know, Virginia area. I mean, I don't know, just based on the vegetation. There are some hills, but they don't look like, you know, the Rocky Mountains. And so I feel like I'm getting some Stephen King vibes in there, too, with this kind of small town. I could go cross this, but I want to go back and make sure I explore the forest fully. Delicious, Nick. Sounds delicious. I do love a good pizza. Oh, here's some music kicking in. Oh, and by the way, I turned up the game audio. Please let me know if it's any better, or if you want me to turn it up further so you guys can hear it. I mean, where's the traps? Oh, Kuro. I'm sorry to hear that. My brother's family is vegan because of lactose intolerance, and they're also gluten-free. It makes choices much more difficult. Is it just me, or did the traps disappear? Now I'm getting this kind of like mysterious but adventurous musical theme happening. Okay, great, Victory. Thank you, my friend. Yeah, the traps are gone. So now it's like... You know what it seems like now? Exactly, Grim. John Boy. Guilty. Yeah, it is pleasant, and there's no traps, Victory. It feels like everything that I was seeing... Hey. Tantalus. Good evening, my friend. You're gluten-free without your own consent. Rice is so good. I love it too, my friend. I love to eat it. It feels like to me what has happened is that the traps were part of the reality forged by Ethan Carter's story, but weren't actually real. Or maybe weren't something that other people could see. I know. Yeah, you're right. The mist is gone. The sun came out. That's a good observation. Yeah, we're going to need to do this collectively, everybody, to observe all of the changes and the subtle details. This game is, like they said, don't hold your hand. But I'm just trying to, like I said, spitball, piece the narrative together. And so maybe my character has some kind of insight into the reality that Ethan Carter can weave or create. And I'm trying to disentangle that from what's actually going on. Alright, so I believe let's go across this bridge. Do not enter. Indeed. This looks totally safe. I feel great doing it.
Red Creek Valley seemed like a quiet, ordinary place. I've learned two things in my life. No place is truly quiet, and nowhere is really ordinary. Ethan warned me about that. Warned me not to be fooled by what I saw here. He didn't need to worry. I'd worked dozens of cases, hundreds. This would be my last one. Already I knew that.
See, this is what's so strange to me about this, is the way that the narrator is talking. It's as if he's recollecting this and not, living this in the present moment, which is curious as a player. Like, when did you talk to Ethan? I mean, I'm sure we'll get more details, but he says cases, so he is some kind of detective, but this would be his last one, indicates that he's looking back at this from the past. So, by the way, just in case it wasn't clear by the title, this version of the game that I'm playing is the Redux version. So they touched up the graphics, and you could really tell they look fantastic. The lighting effects, the textures, everything looks really, really good. I mean, look at all this construction. Like, somebody taped this off like they were going to repair this and work on it, and nobody's here. Nobody's ever going to fix this. Is this the only way into the town? Like, is there a road that goes through? Here's the train up here. Or a train car. What is this? I'm going to hold the right trigger and move faster. I'm going to sprint. Okay, inspect. Blood. Animal. Human. God. Accident? Murder? I don't know. Oh, we're missing the crankshaft. Fresh scratches. Recently used? Crank. This is strange. Oh, look at that. I've gained a vision of where the crankshaft is. It's down by the water. Huh. Okay, so I can see that. So, again, as I try to piece more of this game together, my character seems to have some kind of supernatural ability. I can get in here, but it's not going to move. So this is like a logging truck that was taking supplies out that way to maybe fix this. But without the crankshaft, we're in bad shape. So let's just walk around over here. Okay. Interesting. And let's try to get down to the water, because that seemed to be where the crankshaft was. I don't know if this road goes down there.